They're everywhere, and they're always so filled. If you're tired of touching and handling all of those disgusting pennies, then this is the experiment for you. For my scientific project, I made it my objective to figure out what type of juice cleans pennies best. Why and why? What is mandatory to have in that juice to clean the penny well? And does the amount of time in the juice affect the cleanliness of the penny? Before building my hypothesis, though, I needed to figure out what juices I was going to use to test my research questions. Wanting to use juices that we often use, I chose orange, lemon, grape, tomato, apple, and pineapple juice. I also used water as a control base. The next step in my experiment was to test my hypothesis. But since I like to be right, I went ahead and did some brief background research first. I found out that when the copper coating on the penny comes in contact with the oxygen of the air, over time it forms a layer of grime, also known as copper oxide. Not many things can destroy this layer of dirt, but acid is one of those few things that can. So out of my 7 liquids, the most acidic one would work best, right? My guess was that the lemon juice would do just the trick because it is full of acid. Next step now. Put my experiment to action and see if my hypothesis was correct. Do I have all the materials I need? Well, let's see. 7 equally dirty pennies, orange, lemon, grape, tomato, apple, and pineapple juice, my control base water, 7 bowls for each of my types of liquid, paper towels, a notebook, and a camera. Okay, sounds like we're good to go. So here it goes for my actual experiment. After I took my first set of pictures of the original pennies, I put each penny in a separate bowl. Then, having already wrote out the labels, I poured each of my juices into one bowl with a dirty penny in it. So that the penny was fully submerged in the juice. I now left the pennies alone for 1 hour. When this time was up, I came back, took each penny out of the correct bowl, dried with a towel, and photographed them. This is the second column of each of the sections. And then I put them back into the juice to leave overnight. The next morning when I took the pennies out and yet again dried and photographed them, they had been immersed in the juice for a total of around 12 hours. The results? I know that this is what you've been wanting me to jump to throughout my whole speech while I left you in suspense. So what juice did do the best at cleaning the penny? Was I right when I guessed the lemon juice would do just the trick? Or Mom and Dad right when they guessed tomato juice would work the best? Well, semi-unfortunately, I was not right, but Mom and Dad were. Again. But I was close. The lesson is, well, not only a good lesson that you should always listen to your parents, but I also found out that acid is not the only ingredient contained in the juices that I had picked out that cleans the copper oxide off the penny. Salt, yes, simple salt, also was working with the acid to clean the grime off the surface of the penny. So while lemon juice had more acid than the tomato juice had in it, tomato juice beat the lemon juice because it was almost like tomato juice had 2 people working inside of it instead of just one. But for the second important lesson for today, always do listen to your parents.